Hello, my name is Shauna Carpelis, and I am the owner of CA Bar Style. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. CA Bar Style was founded by me around 2010, and to date I have tutored over 3,000 applicants. I will tell you that there is really nothing I have not seen or experienced regarding an applicant's studying and preparation for the California bar exam. Why would a first time taker come to CA Bar Style? Well, there are a number of factors. Before I go into them, I want to preface this video by saying that over the years, first time takers really were not enrolling in my program. And it wasn't until about 4 or 5 years ago that I saw more of an influx of first time takers coming to CA Bar Style. A lot of what I'll tell you about today is based on their stories and their experiences and the problems that they had during their preparation. Being a first time taker, you really only want to take this exam one time. Of course, that's the goal. But I think a lot of applicants miss the mark that the preparation is the key to only taking it one time. So the focus is I want to pass, but the focus really should be your preparation. So corporate bar review, commercial bar review, pretty synonymous. Online only bar review. A lot of first time takers, including myself when I took the bar, tend to go to those programs. And those programs have their own benefits, and a lot of applicants do well with them. But there are a margin of applicants that find themselves knowing before they take the course or while they're in those courses that it's just not working for them. There's typically a voluminous amount of law. There's really not a lot of structure. Maybe a schedule is given, but other extraneous factors that all applicants have or could have, like working at the same time of preparing for the bar exam. A lot of my applicants have kids. How do you balance working and having kids all at the same time? Timing issues, analysis issues, confidence issues. There's so many different things and factors that go into good preparation. It's not just learning law and practicing, which is important, and knowing the approach to that. So a lot of applicants find themselves in those programs really lost. And some people may not need that type of hand holding and coaching and guidance along with their preparation. And I'm not here today to dissuade you from going to any program that you may feel that is a good fit for you. But what I am here to say is the margin of applicants that know themselves and do want to try something and prepare in a more intimate setting, in a more personalized setting, those are the applicants that I'm seeing more and more enroll in my program as first-time takers. And it's working really well. My first-time takers have always had a very high passage rate because they have a clean slate coming in, and I'm really able to mold the applicant into the applicant or the type of applicant that the bar is expecting. And really that standard is that lawyerly standard that the California bar examiners are requiring, especially for the written component of the exam. So if you are the type of applicant that knows themselves and maybe you're finding yourself in the commercial bar review, or even before going in, that a very substantive law focused program only is not going to work, and you do want the other factors covered, like more grading that we offer, more approach in terms of not just sitting with the law, but how the law is tested. In an area, for instance, like torts, the California bar will test torts and the categories within torts 20 to 25 different ways. And so a lot of applicants find that in those commercial bar review courses, they are getting a lot of good feedback, sometimes too much, but a lot of good guidance, on the law, but they're not really having that focus of the approach as the next step. And when they're in the practice on the essays, or they're in the practice on the performance test, which is a key part of the exam, you have to pass the PT to pass the bar, for the most part. When they're in that practice phase, they really don't have structure, strategy, or really a game plan, in essence, to attack the essay or PT within the time allotted. So a lot of applicants will find me, unfortunately, when they've already become repeaters, because they didn't trust that instinct to go to a more personalized program from the get-go. So that's really what does set me apart is we're fixing a problem that an applicant may or may not run into, but typically most applicants will when they're in bar review and there are extraneous factors that need attention and need coaching. And in those commercial bar reviews, unfortunately, just because there are so many students, they don't really get that attention that they need. And then they go on, and most of them will not pass the exam. So if you feel like you want to explore other options, I would take a look at my first time taker package. That would be the first step in terms of if you're looking for a full-fledged program, one-stop shop, you won't need anything else, no extraneous materials to attack all three areas of the exam and hit any other factors like timing, analysis, working during the bar, scheduling, even if it might just be a pep talk at times to really conquer your steps of preparation to go in and be a very strong applicant during the 2 days of the test. Now, if you're not looking for a full-fledged program, a lot of applicants will use CA Bar Style as more of a supplement to their commercial bar review. And I love that as well. I work with applicants that are in those courses on how to adjust their study schedule to make sure that what we're doing here at CA Bar Style is complementing their commercial bar review. I will more that they do the work with me and the team, the staff and I that I have. They will kind of deviate from the commercial bar review schedule and do what I'm telling them to do, just because the feedback and the quality of the feedback is really thorough with CA Bar Style. And once you're getting that type of feedback, you want more and more of it because you really understand what you're doing wrong and how to fix it. And it's all about your points. So that's how you're going to increase your points. And of course, there's a consistency element where you have to make sure that you're consistent across all the subjects on the multiple choice that are tested on the MBE and on the essay and performance test as well. So there's a lot of components that go into preparing well. CA Bar Style can elevate that commercial bar review and really supplement it to make sure that the holes that you're having or the gaps that you feel are there in that program are supplemented by the services that we provide. Last, we do run a boot camp every course now. So the general course happens for July or February, and most first-time takers take July. But then we also are running a boot camp that first-time takers are using as more of a supplement. So you can inquire about that. That's usually about 6 weeks before the bar. And then last, I already said last, but really last is our e-commerce site. That's cabaressayapproach.com, cabaressayapproach.com. This fixes the issue of the approach, and that's really taking the law and elevating it to a level where you'll learn how to write for over 50 areas plus that are tested on the California bar exam, plus materials. They are amazing approaches. If you know about me or you've read about what we do and how we've helped applicants along the years, those really are what I'm known for, along with my coaching and tutoring. No one else has these thorough approaches. You can buy general checklists on Amazon, but these are modified constantly to fit into new trends, to fit into new ways that areas are tested, crossover subjects, and they really will teach you how to navigate through the scope of issue spotting on the essays. So you can take a look at that. I have a lot of applicants that use these approaches during law school, and they love them because they're scoring very high on their law school finals using them. And also for the performance test, you can purchase the PT approach as well that will walk you through how to write the performance test objective or persuasive in a 90-minute time frame. So what I suggest is this. It's a lot of information, and it's too much information to go into in a video. I'm trying to keep this under 10 minutes so you don't zone out. If you're still here, thanks for watching still. But I would recommend giving my office a call. 818-616-3302. We can set up a complimentary strategizing call where we look at your entire universe, things that you know that you're weaker in. Maybe there were subjects in law school that you already know, and so we can, and maybe you're working, maybe you have limited time to study, maybe you have traveling coming up. And we can strategize, and I can tell you what the best recommendation for your specific bar preparation approach would be. And that's really important because we don't just want to enroll someone in the program and say, just study. We've got to be really strategic with first time takers to ensure, and of course, there's no guarantee, but to have the best chance possible at preparing well and going in and tackling the exam. So those strategy calls are really important, and I'll sit on the phone with you, or we could do a Zoom for as long as you need to make sure that the strategy is the best for you moving forward and that you're clear on what your goals are. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this. I hope I covered as much as I needed to. I know when I check out here, there'll be more I probably will think I should have said. But again, you can schedule those calls. Send me an email, cabarstyle@yahoo.com, and I'll be happy to answer any questions you have, even if it's just a general question on how to prepare best. Be well and take care.